particular pay tribute to him because he's started his day at Kirribilli with the Premier of New South Wales. He ended up in Brisbane talking to the Prime Minister of PNG. He then flew down from Brisbane this afternoon to make sure he's here tonight. So please, I ask you all, join with me in welcoming the Prime Minister of Australia, Kevin Rudd. Thank you, Eddie. Mabuhay! Yay! Magandang gabi! Yay! Ako si Kevin! Taga Queensland ako! Tutulungan ko kayo! Salamat po! That, by the way, I'm told is, g'day, my name's still Kevin, I'm still from Queensland, I'm still here to help. In my very best Tagalog. Is that right? Yeah. Thank you for being here this evening. How many of you are from the Filipino community? Throw up your hands. I love the Philippines. I love Manila, I love the islands, I love the Manila Bay, I know Puerto Azul, I know so many places in the Philippines, that it is such a wonderful country. I've got so many friends there. Thank you for making your home in Australia. Now, who else is in the room here this evening? Which communities? Do I hear, are there people in the Indian community here? Wave your hands. You make terrific food. Can you imagine living in Australia without Indian food? Can you think of a more stunning city anywhere in the world than Delhi and Hyderabad and the rest? What a wonderful country. I know your Prime Minister well, I know your Foreign Minister well, I've been there many times. Thank you for making Australia your home. Now, do I have any Chinese here this evening? Taihala, there's a Chinese community up the front. Guess what? My Chinese is better than my Tagalog. And guess what? I don't speak a word of Hindi or Urdu. I'm sorry. Okay? To all our Chinese friends, thank you for also making Australia your home. Now, we have friends here from the Turkish community. Lovely to see you guys. Islamabad, Istanbul I should say, Islamabad's coming. Istanbul, Ankara. You have the most beautiful coastline anywhere in the Adriatic. I'm sorry if there are Greeks here, but I like the west coast of Turkey. It's a beautiful country. I love it so much. Istanbul is one of the beautiful cities of the world. Thank you for making Australia your home. Now, getting ahead of myself before, are there Pakistanis here? Same to our Pakistani friends, I've spent time in Islamabad, I've spent time in Karachi, I've spent time in Rawalpindi. In fact, I had this terrific leather jacket at home made on the streets of Pindi. So thank you for making Australia your home as well. Who else is here that I have missed?
South Africa!
There's someone here from South Africa. We love you. Okay? Thank you for coming. And we think of Nelson Mandela on Nelson Mandela Day. One of the great men of humankind. Are there other communities here? Tonga! Stand up, mate. You look like a Tongan from Central Casting. I think he was the prop forward for Tonga's team in 2002. Am I right? Oh, sorry. There you go. Any of our friends from the Pacific? Fiji, I hear. Tonga, I hear. And I hear there are friends from Malaysia, from Indonesia, West Africa, Sierra Leone. You have to say Cape Town's in South Africa. Okay. How many of you here are boring Anglo-Saxons like me? Give all the Anglo-Saxon Australians a big cheer. Now, my other question is, are there any Bosnian Australians in the room? Put your hands together for... Is that your mum and dad over there? Mr. and Mrs. Husic, put your hands up. Where are you? You should be very proud of your son. He's made a huge contribution to the Australian Parliament, and I celebrate the fact that he is the first Muslim in the Australian Parliament who is a member of the executive. Friends, one and all, we are here on behalf of the great Australian Labor movement and the Australian Labor government. And I'm here not speaking just for myself, but there is a great team of women and men assembled in this room. And I've seen some of them introduced here this evening. Ed needs no introduction at a gathering like this. My federal parliamentary colleagues, Mike Kelly, stand up. There you go. Mike is from Infinero, which means that he's lost this evening. Okay? He's also the Minister for Defence Personnel and Science. He is a terrific minister and has a huge future ahead of him. We had the Assistant Treasurer before. Where is he? Thank you very much, Assistant Treasurer. The member for Lindsay, looking a very happy man this evening. He's done a great job in a very difficult portfolio. Did I see Michelle here before too? Michelle Rowland, fantastic local member. And Michelle is going to teach the Conservatives a thing or two come the next federal election. This is one of the most stalwart, strong, intelligent women in our Parliament, and we welcome her as part of our team. Did I see Dougie Cameron here before? Dougie, Senator for New South Wales, Parliamentary Secretary for Housing for Homelessness, a man with a real heart and compassion for Australians who've been doing it tough, a proud man of the union movement, a proud representative of metal workers. Well, good on you, Dougie. Yeah. Richard Amery, the local state member. Good to see you, Richard. You don't get a day older every time I come out here. I don't wish to name all our candidates, but I have seen one here this evening who is here because I asked him to be here. He's at the other end of Sydney from here. His name is Jason, his surname is Lee, and he's going to Bennelong, and he's really going to help. Jason Lee, up you go. The Labor candidate for Bennelong, which was held by a former Liberal leader, known to us all, and I know that Jason is going to put in a huge effort for Labor in that seat and deliver Bennelong for the Australian Labor Party. Other candidates, one and all, other representatives of the Labor Party, former premiers, also representatives of the union movement, local councillors. It's great to be here once more. Let me just say a few things about this man, Ed Husic. I've known him since the day he was elected. I supported his candidature. I know he had a hard time getting into the Parliament. I'm glad he's a persistent person, because the Parliament of Australia is richer for having this man as one of its members. And for those of you privileged enough to have him as your local member, you are doubly privileged. It is not for any reason that I have recently appointed him as Parliamentary Secretary to the Prime Minister and Parliamentary Secretary for Broadband. He works to me, so if he mucks up, tell me.
I'm taking names.
But because of his passion for the information economy, for his passion for the digital economy, for his passion for high-speed broadband, and its ability to provide vast new opportunities for people living in the vast expanses of Western Sydney and across the other major cities of Australia, he's in there, in the front line, taking the government's message out on broadband as the economic growth driver of the future. Ed Husic, you should be proud of yourself. I know your mum and dad are. I'm proud of you too, mate. A few words about where our nation stands and our plan for the future. We, the government, believe profoundly that our first responsibility is to ensure that our economy is strong. Without a strong economy, most other things are not possible. The strength of our economy requires continued and careful attention. That is why previous Labor governments, led by Hawke and Keating, did the right thing by the Australian economy when it wasn't popular to do so. That is why when the global financial crisis hit, we did the right thing by the Australian economy when many criticised us for doing so. And that is why we're determined to do so again with the new challenges which lie around the corner this evening and today and the weeks and months and immediate years ahead. In the global financial crisis, they said no government can stand in the road of this. They were wrong. We did. We decided to make a difference. We intervened.